I'm markeedragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and once again today I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I'm out here on one of the trails behind my mom's house here in Vancouver, Washington, and it's so overgrown out here and everything. There's a lot of wildlife. Can you see the ducks back here and the birds? I stopped to film right here because they were hanging out here, and I thought, you know, how cool is that? So anyway, not that you guys haven't seen ducks before or nothing, because I'm sure you have, but anyway, so let's talk about the Guild Wars 2 release date and what your plans are for the first, for what you're going to do in the game. So, myself, okay, so the release date is August 28th, and if you pre-order from one of the big box stores like Walmart or, you know, GameStop and those things, that that you get a 3-day advance entry into the game. And so you better believe that I am pre-ordering, and then, you know, so I'm trying to think of what kind of character am I going to play, and what do I plan on doing. And I think that I had so much fun in the beta with, which by the way, have you guys seen the series, the gameplay series I did? It's a whole playlist that is of my initial beta gameplay with the Necromancer. And if you're watching it, there's been a lot of comments right at the beginning of it about how crappy the game looks. Well, you know what? I didn't have my settings all right. I was initially new with my broadcast tool and recording tool that I was using. I was using XSplit, and I didn't know how to optimize it to set it up to work well. So I ended up with low resolution graphics and high CPU usage with low frame rates. And so it made the game kind of look a little bit crappy. But I didn't want to delete the stuff because once I figured it out, all the stuff looks great. So, if you want to see what gameplay looks like, go look at like the last 2 videos in that playlist, and you'll see how beautiful it can look. So, now, I think that I liked the Necromancer well enough that I'm probably going to do him again. And now, I'm going to add a twist to this. You know what I'm going to do? So, have you seen Pwnboxer? The Multiboxing? And I am going to buy at least 2 accounts. At least 2. And if I can afford it, I'm going to buy a few more. But here's why. Because I am going to set this up for multiboxing. And I am going to play multiple characters simultaneously. And I don't know how well that's going to work. Maybe I should just buy 1 account and try it with just, or 2 accounts and try it with just the 2 at first. But if I could set up 2 characters exactly the same, or I set up a secondary character that is, let's say, some other class like a warrior or whatnot, and then I set up the buttons so that they're in the same place as the other ones, because all the multiboxing tool does is replicate clicks and keyboard to each one of the screens. And so it's not a violation of the terms of service with most games. Now, I haven't seen anything with the Guild Wars guys from ArenaNet on whether or not they will think it's a violation of the terms of service. I would really hope that they don't, because most of the other games do not have any issues with it, and I've not seen any game companies come out against it, saying that it's a bannable offense. So, and like World of Warcraft allows it, Diablo 3, EVE Online, all of these. And the tool is not very expensive, and it basically, it just replicates stuff for you. And allows you to play multiple characters simultaneously. And so that, I think, is going to be one of the things that I'm going to try and do. Now, I'm probably going to do a bunch of quests and stuff, work on skills and everything. And I don't know how that would work if I did like a warrior and a necromancer at the same time, because they'd have different quests. Gonna have to think about that. Maybe at the high-end levels, they'd be a good marriage together. And so maybe I'll have to do 2 necromancers at once. But I'll figure that out. And I think that that'll be a lot of fun. I'll broadcast it on Twitch, and so you can all see while I'm playing. And then we'll do videos that we'll show on YouTube. And I'll show you all how this tool, Pwnboxer, works, and how to use it better and everything. So anyway, what are you going to do in the game first couple of days? What is your goal? Are you into the guilds? I mean, do you want to start a big guild and get into the warfare, or do you want to get into the crafting or the questing or the adventuring? I know for myself, I mean, I have to get my character skills up, so I'm going to have to do questing and adventuring to work on my character's development. But I plan on that I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff that has to do with merchants. And whether that's selling in the auction house or that is basically creating, crafting items and everything. We talked about a few videos ago about the auction house versus vendors, and how the auction house is like for commodities and vendors would be for the masters to sell their wares. I want to get to that master level, and I'm not saying that Guild Wars has this kind of system. I think they just have an auction, but I want to get to that level to where my character can produce some amazing stuff, and I'll be on the quests all the time to get those ingredients that I need to make those most amazing items. To me, that'll be fun. That'll be like my own quests. That's not some quest where Joe Blow NPC says, go get this here, go kill these monkeys, bring me their tails, come back and I'll reward you. That's not something like that. This is my own personal quest, and I I want to be filthy rich in the game. That's just what to me is fun. It's like my wealth in the game is like my high score. So, and that's just how I look at it. And I know that's different than most of all you who are watching, but that's just how I like to play. And I plan to play primarily on my own. I will do some group stuff, but primarily I'm going to be a one-man show. And that's just because that's just how I roll. So tell me what you're going to do. And, maybe you've got something exciting that you're going to do, and I want to hop on board with that. I'm markeedragon. Take care.